Here on the CoastLife set, there is almost nothing we like talking about more than just the great art that you can find at different places here on Delmarva. We have something special today, though. We have artist Fred Dilla in here, and Fred, your style is something that not only do I not know a lot about, it seems like most people the world over don't know a lot about how you get what looks like these incredible paintings and prints, but you start with a piece of wood. So can you explain what it is that we're looking at here?
Of course, and thanks for the compliment. These are called white line woodcut prints. It was invented in Provincetown, Massachusetts, which is the country's oldest art colony. And a group of artists used to spend the summer in Provincetown, nice place to spend the summer, the winter in Paris. World War I interrupted that. They ended up in Provincetown, and they invented this technique, giving you a full color woodcut print with one block of wood. It starts with an ordinary piece of wood. This is just plywood. And you sketch something on the plywood pencil. And then you carve a line with an ordinary carving line along every sketch point. Then it gets a little more complicated. You pick up a paintbrush and you color one segment of the block. And then you fold a piece of this paper over that you pin carefully to one side, rub the back, and then when you fold the paper carefully back, that paint is transferred to that one segment of the piece of paper. But the patience pays off because you're picking up three textures: the texture of the wood block, the texture of the paper, and the texture that you can layer with the paint.
Now, you explained a little bit of the history, which I find really interesting, especially in the 250th year of America, to know that this is sort of an American classic. And then you explained how you go through the process. But you are not an artist by trade. You are a physicist.
That's right.
So how did you go and not only determine that art was a thing you were interested in getting into, but this art was a thing you were interested in getting into?
I've been asked that question often. Fortunately, I have two wonderful daughters. They're both artists. I wanted them to be scientists because I thought they'd make great scientists.
Following Dad's footsteps?
They were very inquisitive, but they always told their father, "You work too hard, Dad." But I admired their art as they went through art school. They are both professional artists now. And I thought about 25 years ago that if I took up an art form, maybe I'd have something a little more to talk to them about. And my wife Linda and I, who also enjoys this art form, happened to go to the Boston Museum of Art 20 years ago, and they had a show of these prints. They were called Provincetown prints because they were invented in Provincetown. We thought they were so wonderful. We went to Provincetown the next summer, saw a bunch of these prints, and I met a fellow who's helped revive the art form. Even though it was invented 100 years ago, it died until about 20 years ago. And this gentleman, Bill Vall, who's a very good Provincetown artist, I've been learning from him for the last 25 years. We teach it here in Delmarva. He comes down from Provincetown, he co-teaches with me.
And you said you hoped that maybe this would give you something more to connect with your daughters who are artists about. Has that
It did happen. I must say that for about 5 years I would show them one of these, and they would fall on the floor in fits of laughter. And after they recovered, they asked me to turn my piece of art over, and I got an intense critique. Color balance, perspective. I got an art lesson from them. After 5 years, I showed them one. They said, "Not bad, Dad." But then they said, "Turn it over." I got the same critique.
But you know what? A not bad dad from your kids who are professional artists is about as good, I think, as it's ever going to get. A not bad dad is like a high five from anybody else.
That's right.
So if somebody wants to get a look at even more of the prints, I love what you have here, but I'm sure there must be more. So where can they find some of that, and where could they go to try to buy some of that?
Well, they can go to my website, which is just my name, freddilla.com. And they'll see the 50 or so prints I've done in my life. And we usually advertise when the next course or exhibit is on that website.
Ladies and gentlemen, this stuff is incredible. Go to Fred's website. It is freddilla.com. You can find these prints. You can, take a look at what he's got, the different styles. It is a true labor of love when you listen to how long it takes to make these things. We've got more CoastLife. It's coming up right after this.